Hello, Tito Jeff here in Ormoc City, Leyte, the Philippines. It's the 13th of May, 2026. It's really hot here. It's about 96 degrees in the shade, 95 degrees inside my house. We're having some hot weather. It's just that time of year. And with heat index, I think I saw somebody on Facebook say 43 degrees Celsius, which is well over 100 degrees, if you could trust Facebook. So what I wanted to talk about today is why you might like to live in Cebu City. Okay, I live in Ormoc City, which is about a 3.5 hour ferry ride from Cebu. We have a port here in Ormoc City. Ferry goes directly to Cebu, which is very convenient because I like to go to Cebu once in a while. I've been there for medical care, and I'll talk about that. But Ormoc is like 250,000 people. We're limited on some things. Cebu has just about everything, I think, that a foreign guy could want if you want to live with conveniences of a big city. And that's the first reason why people would choose Cebu City over the countryside or somewhere. That's the convenience. You just got lots of things available. So here's some of the things that are available in Cebu City that are probably not available in, I don't know about all of them, but most of them are not available here in Ormoc City. So Cebu City is 1 million people, 1 million. It's the seventh largest city in Cebu. And I don't know if you can hear my little girl in the background. She's 8 months old and she's just trying to talk. So one of the first things you might be interested in is food, restaurant food. They have lots of variety in Cebu City, not so much here in Ormoc. So I've been to one Mexican place, Lucha Taqueria, and it was very good. I like street tacos in America. Um, I thought it was pretty good. Pizza. They got Pizza Hut. They got Yellow Cab. I've never been to Yellow Cab until a few months ago. It's okay. You don't have any choices. It's one size, and you can't change your toppings. But I did find a place called Three Pizzas. Three Pizzas, and it was good. I really enjoyed that. Now I'm sure there are other places that have really good pizza because they have lots of restaurants. Hamburgers. Now they do have a Burger King in Cebu City, and they have lots of what you call them, artisan or just burger joints. So I haven't sampled those. I don't know what's good and what's not. They have a Texas Roadhouse, Kentucky Fried Chicken. They have TGI Fridays. I've been there once or twice. Yeah, it was pretty good. And a Denny's. So I'm sure they have some other American restaurants. I haven't found all of them or don't know them. Or I've forgotten about them. So, and you'll have a lot more choices in grocery stores in Cebu City, I'm sure. I won't, you got Robinsons, you got Metro, you got S&M, all the big supermarkets, plus the local market. Mactan International Airport. So you got lots of transportation choices in Cebu City. Here in Ormoc, we've got the ferry, and we've got an airport that's being renovated, and they're going to have service to Cebu, Manila, Tacloban, maybe some regional flights here. But in Cebu, they have the Mactan International Airport, which in 2024 and 2025 was the best airport in the Asia Pacific. 2025 Asia's Airport of the Year. And I've been through there a few times, and it's really nice. It's beautiful on the inside, nice architecture. Everything moves smoothly. It's a good airport. You have local piers. Now, the only one I've been to is Pier 1. Pier 1 is where you get the Ocean Jet Ferry or the Super Cat Ferry. And I'm not sure if there's any other ferries that run out of there. That's all I've ever used. And you can go to say Ormoc City, from where I live. You can go to Bohol. You can get to Sikihor. You can get to other places from Cebu. They have large ferries that are big, and you can get a stateroom, and they take much longer to get where you're going. But you can roll a car on there. You have take a car with you or a motorcycle. And those are other piers, which I'm not familiar with. The Pier 1 is a nice, newly renovated um, terminal, I would call it, with nice seating inside, air conditioning. You got little restaurants, you get donuts, coffee, sandwiches, hot dogs, fried chicken, Filipino pizza, uh, just about anything you'd like to have. And outside the terminal, let me warn you about this. Here's a picture. You can see these guys, and this is where you exit the terminal to enter Cebu City. And they're gonna, hey Joe, hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Ah, they want to get you a taxi. And they're out there hustling. So maybe they have a deal with taxi drivers. If they give them business, they get like 10 pesos. Or maybe they have their own vehicle. Could be a motorcycle, could be a big van, or just a car, something like that. And they want a fixed price to take you somewhere. And most of the time, I have never used that. But one time, I let my guard down. My wife was with me. I said, oh, we'll just take this van. I was scared. Then they have to walk so far to get the taxi. They don't have to walk far. It's like 50 yards. And then, so we got in this guy's van. He took us to Robinson's Galleria. Nice hotel. Stayed there before. And I knew a taxi was about 100, 120 pesos maybe. He wanted 600 pesos. I said, no, I'm not giving you 600 pesos. It's a 100 peso taxi. Oh, it's a big van. It's a big van. I don't care. So I wound up arguing with him for a few minutes, and I gave him 300 pesos, which was too much. But just get him out of there. So you got to watch those guys. Don't take a fixed price. Go on past all those guys down to the street where the 7-Eleven is, and you'll see lots of white taxis lined up. And you can get on one of those. Now, there'll be guys hanging around there, and they want to grab your bag and carry it over to a taxi and put it in the taxi for you in the trunk, like a valet, and then they expect a tip. They're not employees by anybody. They're just hanging out, hustling. Lots of hustlers. Some guys want to go up to the ticket window. You can buy a ticket just outside the pier for Ocean Jet, Super Cat, um, some other ferries. But you don't let anybody go up and buy your ticket for you. It's actually illegal. And you could lose your money, could lose your ID. I did it one time and I was skeptical of it. It worked, but I wouldn't do it again. So once you get out of Pier 1, you can get, like I said, a taxi to get around town. If you're living in Cebu City, you can use taxis. You can use jeepneys, city buses, lots of public transportation. You can buy yourself a motorcycle and get around. But Cebu is even, the driving here in Ormoc City is chaotic. In Cebu, it is horrible. Um, Another thing, shopping. So you have lots of shopping choices in Cebu City. The first thing, one of my friends is a member of this place called SNR Membership Club. It's like Costco here in the Philippines. And I think it's like 700 pesos a year for a personal membership, 900 for a business. And you go inside, it's a big warehouse. And I think they have lots of American products, foreign products, and big packages. I have not been there yet. I need to go sometime just to check it out. You've got Ayala Mall, which is a big, big mall with lots of restaurants, lots of shops. And then you have SM Seaside, which is a big mall. Last time I went there, it had an ice skating rink inside. And it's close to the New Star Casino. It's also right next to the Ocean Park. And I'll talk about that later, the Ocean Park. You've got Colon Street and Robinson's Fuente. Robinson's Fuente has a Robinson's Mall, a couple of them. And you've got some other shops around there and restaurants and hospitals. There's a big circle there, roundabout right there at that location. So for medical care, something you'll need here eventually They have good hospitals, modern hospitals in Cebu City. You can have, I think, just about any procedure you want to have done in Cebu City. For instance, I had to have an angioplasty of my heart, because they stick a tube up in your arm to your heart and inject a dye and take a picture to look for blocked arteries. Fortunately, I had none. But I went to Cebu. I could have had it done in Tacloban City, a 2-hour bus ride from where I live. But in Tacloban, they could not install a stent if I needed one. So if I had a blocked artery, they said, "Oh, you need a stent, sir." And then you have to go to Cebu. So I said, "Well, I'll just go to Cebu, get this done." And they did a fine job. I had a doctor who was trained at the University of Chicago, did his residency in Birmingham, Brooklyn, and Savannah, Georgia, in the United States. He was a teacher there at Chonghua Hospital, teaching other cardiology residencies. Um, so I'll tell you a little bit about the payment there. It was anticipated with stents it would cost me 400,000 pesos. I had to pay 50% down, 200,000 pesos. I did that. Fortunately, no stents were required. I paid about 80 or 100,000 pesos, I can't remember, and I got a refund. It took 2 or 3 weeks, but I got a refund in my bank. Perpetual Succor Hospital of Cebu. I have been there for, I forget what it's called, a heart monitor. A Holter monitor. They monitor your heart for 24 hours. So I spent the night in Cebu City wearing this monitor and took it back the next day. That's all I can tell you about that hospital. So those are the two I've had interactions with. Chonghua, actually, Chonghua Hospital has 2 sites, one by Robinson's Fuente and the other in Mandaue City. So I've been to the one at Robinson's Fuente. Um, that's all I'll say about that. Then you have some others like Cebu Doctors Hospital, Vicente Soto Memorial Hospital, St. Vincent's General Hospital, and some others. So you have lots of choices. You have lots of choices for accommodations. So if you want to live in a little room somewhere with no aircon and just a CR and a little place to cook, you can do that. Or you can go all the way up to living in a condominium, apartment rental. You can buy a condo. You have lots of condominiums in Cebu City with lots of amenities. I did watch a video of a guy, I can't remember his name, but he had like a massage room where he could hire a masseuse to come and give him a massage, a spa, steam bath spa, weight room, swimming pool, event rooms that he could use, all kinds of stuff like that. And it was like $550 a month rent for a 1-bedroom apartment for him and his girlfriend or wife, whatever she was. Macatan Island also has, I think, condominiums, and Macatan Island has lots of beaches. So it's more of a touristy spot. They cost a little more. And you have nice hotels, and some of them have casinos. I've stayed at Robinson's Galleria. It's very nice. It's about $100 a night. No, maybe not that much. And it's a good place to stay. I've stayed at the Crown Regency Hotel. It was okay. They had just recovering from a typhoon that knocked out a lot of glass out of their windows. So they didn't have a lot of customers. But we had good service and a nice place to stay. And a few others. I won't try to name all of them. So you have budget hotels all the way up to some very luxurious hotels. Some with casinos, like I said. So you'll need to see your consulate at some point if you're going to stay here permanently. Now you might want to renew your passport for one thing. So you got the USA Pass consulate, which the entrance, I wish I had a picture of it. It's a nondescript entrance with a little gold plaque outside. It's the USA consulate. And it's kind of like in the basement of the waterfront hotel and casino. Kind of hard to find. But it's nice on the inside. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't look like the entrance of a consulate to me. So you can get passport renewals. You can get your CRBA, Certificate of Consulate Record of Birth Abroad, if you have a child while you're here. Marriage clearance. You have to have a marriage clearance to get married here in the Philippines. It has to come from your consulate. Notary services, emergency assistance. So, if, upon your death, if you get arrested, or if you become destitute, or if you're in the hospital and you need some help from your consulate. I'm not sure what services they can provide, but they can help you. The consulate requires appointments, I think, for everything, except for maybe an emergency. And they don't do any visa work. So if you're not from America, here's a list of consulates: Norwegian, Belgian, Polish, Danish, Canadian, Romanian, France, Germany, Russian Federation, Japan, Korean, Spanish, Austrian, and last and least, I think, the Seychelles. It's just a little island chain. I don't know why they would have a consulate in Cebu. So if you have to have, if you're from another country and you have to have some kind of consulate business, you probably got to go to Manila to your embassy, assuming they have one. So that's all the daily living stuff, business stuff you got to have. Okay. So now, how about some of the fun stuff? Woohoo! Maybe you like to play golf. I don't play golf, but I thought I would include this because there are several golf courses. You got Alta Vista Golf Club, the Cebu Country Club, Macatan Island Golf Course, Camp Lapu Lapu Golf Driving Range, the Liloan Golf Course. I'm not sure where that is, if that's another city. Club Filipino Incorporated de Cebu Golf Course. I don't know anything about fees, whether they're open to the public. I don't know how to get there. I know Alta Vista is up on the mountainside, but it's kind of within Cebu City limits. My wife used to live in that neighborhood and worked there as a housekeeper. It's a really nice neighborhood. They have fishing charters and island hopping. So you can go out on a boat. I don't know anything about prices, but you can get boats to go to local islands, to go scuba diving, snorkeling, just hang out on the beach somewhere, that kind of stuff. They have casinos, several. They have the New Star Casino. It is big. It has a big high-rise hotel with it. I've never been in it. Can't tell you anything about it. I don't gamble. Don't care anything about it. Casino Filipino, the Palace, the Crown Casino, which I think is the one in the Crown Regency Hotel. When I stayed there, I did go in and walk around just to see what I wanted to see what a casino looked like. And I think it was all just slot machines and stuff like that. I don't know if they had any card tables or stuff like that. Waterfront Hotel and Casino. It's pretty big. I did look around in there a little bit. And I didn't spend much time, and then there's one called Windsor. I'll put the name up here, Windsor. So there's lots of local touristy stuff to do. Like you can go see the Basilica Santo Nino, the Catholic cathedral. And every year in January, they have a big festival there. It's called Sinulog. And they celebrate this icon of the baby Jesus called Santo Nino, Senor Santo Nino. It was originally a gift from Magellan to a local chief, tribal chief. And it was passed around for years, and then Cebu City grew up, and Cebu City burned to the ground, except for the baby Jesus, Senor Santo Nino. And it's considered a miracle, and so they have a celebration every year. And it's like a week or 10 days long. So if you're in town, you might want to get out of town and go somewhere else because everything is blocked up. Hotels will be full. Hotel prices go up. Transportation will be full. Ferries, stuff like that. You have Magellan's Cross. So it's just a wooden cross under a canopy, and it's got some artwork. I forget what you kind of call it in art, but it's got pictures that tell a story about Magellan's arrival and conversion of the king and how Catholicism came to Cebu City. Maybe more than that. I don't know. Then there's Fort San Pedro, which is just outside Pier 1. And it's a triangular shaped stone fort, which was used by the Spanish for protection from pirates and stuff like that. I walked around in there. It's pretty interesting. Nothing spectacular, but it's a nice place to go. It's like 30 pesos entrance fee. Lots of good photo opportunities there. So some other locations you can travel to from Cebu City are Boal Boal, which is on the island of Cebu. Malapascua Island, which is at the northern tip of Cebu Island. Bohol, which is a very popular tourist destination for Filipinos and foreigners alike. We have the Chocolate Hills, Panglao beaches, nice beaches, and lots of amenities. Siquijor, Kalingaman Island. I don't know if you can get there directly from Cebu, but you can get there, and it's just a little like a real island strip out in the middle of the ocean. Not much there, but it's beautiful and it's kind of fun to go hang out. The Camotes Islands, which are really closer to where I live in Ormoc City than to Cebu City, but it's part of the island of territory of Cebu. So there are three islands. There are lots of caves in the islands, and you can go visit the caves. You can go to Lake Danao, ride a boat, and a zip line. I don't know if it's in use or not, but a zip line. Um, some beaches and restaurants. Pretty low key. It's kind of a country, provincial kind of place. Not a big city or anything. Ocean Park. Like I talked about that. It's a what do you call it? A fish place. A big they have tanks of fish. An aquarium. There we go. Big aquarium. They'll have sharks and all kinds of stuff. Snakes and lizards and turtles and lots of stuff to see there. You have also an aviary inside there. You enter it. They'll sell you a little cup of food to feed the birds, like little parakeets or something, and they'll come and land on your head. And as soon as they see you come in, even if you don't have any food, they'll come and land on you because they know what's coming. And you can feed them out of your hand. It's pretty fun. I like that. They have restaurants and a bar also inside the ocean park. And I think that's a nighttime thing. I went walking around. I didn't see anybody in the bar during the daytime. But right there, the big restaurant has a huge glass wall. I think I've got a picture up here of it. You can see inside this big tank. They have a show where these guys come in with scuba diving, and they'll feed the fish by hand and things like that. So that's interesting. And it's good food, and it's air conditioned. The whole ocean park is air conditioned except for maybe the aviary and a few other spaces. So that's a nice, fun thing to do, especially if you have kids or family. So that's about it. That's about all I know about Cebu City. It's a really nice place to go visit. It's probably a really great place to live if you don't live in the countryside here in the Philippines, because you've got just about everything you need, I think. Manila is going to have a lot more, but Cebu City, I think, probably has just about everything you can find in the Manila area, except for, you know what I'm talking about, the strip. So I don't know about bar girls and stuff like that. So that's it. Tito Jeff here, Ormoc City, Leyte, the Philippines. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you. Talk to you later.